What's going on, you guys? So Ryan Garcia, boy. It's going to be really interesting tomorrow night. But Ryan Garcia comes out and says that belts don't matter. Only thing he cares about obtaining in the sport of boxing is power and influence. Of course, Javier Fortuna said that he's going to knock him out and eat his heart. But Ryan Garcia said that belts don't matter. And yeah, I think Ryan Garcia is saying these things because of who has all the belts right now, right? If George Kambosos still had all the belts, let's just say hypothetically he beat Devin Haney, or if he never fought Devin Haney, I think Ryan Garcia would be itching at the opportunity to fight George Kambosos for all the belts, undisputed, right? But since his rival in Devin Haney, a guy who he tends to not want to talk about, has all the belts, well, they don't fucking matter. And yeah, check out what Ryan had to say. I'm going to read it to you in quote. He says, excitement, ferociousness, grit, anger, and focus. You just need to research boxing a little bit more. You can't knock everybody out. It's virtually impossible. If one fight, I don't get a knockout, cry me a river. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to win. So basically he says, I'm not here to please you as a fan. I'm here to win. Ryan Garcia, for him to be a guy who seems to really care about what people think, and him be a guy who really tries to get the fans and the people behind him, he is doing a really bad job at it, right? Do I love to knock people out? Yes, I do. So you have somebody that loves to do it, but when I force it, it doesn't happen. I'm just focusing on hitting him and keep hitting him. If he goes down, F it. If he doesn't, all right. If you had to put in odds, there's a 95% chance he gets knocked out. And the way he gets knocked out, there are so many different ways. It could be a left hook, it could be an uppercut, or it could be a right hand. He could end up on his face, his back, on his side, on his knees. There are so many options. I leave it open because you got to look at it truthfully. This guy could walk into a bunch of shit. Ryan Garcia, boy, he's gonna have to look. I tend to not. Ryan Garcia is gonna have to look spectacular on Saturday night. It better not go the distance. He better not even fucking get hit. He's doing so much talking. I expect a flawless performance from this dude. Let me continue. He says, yeah, if I get a fight with Gervonta Davis, he has the WBA world title. So I'll have some type of championship. The only way I can become champion at 135 is if I fight Devin. So yeah, he's definitely hell-bent on fighting Tank Davis. Of course, Tank Davis is the WBA regular champion. I think they should go ahead and abolish that belt and make him fight Devin Haney, right? WBA should mandate Gervonta Davis to fight Devin the Dream Haney. Of course, Devin Haney got a rematch he has to do with George Kambosos, a useless rematch, right? With George Kambosos. So yeah, I think they should go ahead and mandate Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis, but they're not gonna do that. Then Ryan says, but again, I don't really care about the belts. I'm going to be honest with you. I care about who I beat and how I feel in my heart and what the victory does for me. Beating Gervonta Davis will give me influence and power over the whole boxing community. Anybody that doubts that has to wait until after I beat him, because then they'll see what true power is. Belts don't matter in this game. What matters if you put people in those seats. And if you're exciting and people want to watch you, that's it. The people decide who's the top dog. That's it. So I somewhat agree with that. The belt somewhat has gotten watered down because they seem like they just give anybody a belt. If you got a good promoter who could put you in position, you could be a BC level fighter. And if you could end up fighting for a vacant title or a secondary title or whatever the case may be. However, in the current state of boxing right now, it's a lot of guys unifying divisions and becoming true champions in the sport of boxing. And in my opinion, that means a lot. And he says, nobody cares about belts anymore. It's past that time. The belts mean nothing. They have no substance anymore. Anybody can get a belt. And that's true. However, now you're saying this because, let's be honest, it's because Devin Haney has all the fucking belts. And you never want to fight Devin Haney. He never wanted to fight Devin Haney, and this is why nobody cares about belts. So now he has given himself an out to not deal with Devin Haney, right? So if the public or the fans or the media start pressing for a fight with Devin Haney, right, he's likely should be a mandatory soon for Devin Haney anyway. He came out and said he don't care about belts. And we heard a few young fighters say this. We heard Tank Davis say this in the past. And now we're hearing Ryan Garcia say this. And it leads me to believe that it depends on who has those fucking belts, right? Now, Tank Davis, he seems to be in the backseat of his whole career. He letting Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellerbe drive him all over the world, no matter where it's at. And a lot of box fans is looking at Tank Davis now like, look, man, are you going to fight somebody soon? We really want to see you fight somebody where we don't know if you can win. And then you got Ryan Garcia, who's coming out saying that he don't care about belts at all. So really, he giving himself an out to not fight a champion in the division. And of course, that champion is somebody that he never wanted to fight in Devin the Dream Haney. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. Ryan Garcia comes out and says he don't care about belts. They don't matter. All he cares about is power and influence over the boxing community. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.